Okay, so this is everything that happened on the news for the past week, but I'm gonna simplify it all for you until however long it takes me to. I actually film these videos every single day for my social media account, so I'm gonna just get right into it and hopefully we can do it smooth. Humans are now one crucial step closer to regenerating limbs. Okay. Huh? So basically, they're saying that in this groundbreaking new experiment, these researchers in China have now managed to grow antler-like structures on the foreheads of mice by transplanting literal deer cells. They're saying that this research is now representing a significant leap forward in regenerative medicine and could eventually lead to advances in human bone, cartilage, and even limb regeneration. Hello, it's 2025. I didn't know that we were becoming an octopus. There's a new study that was just released that went viral on social media that says that women sleep better next to a dog when compared to a man. So they're saying that this study found that women sleep more peacefully next to their dogs than with men because dogs provide comfort, security, and fewer sleep disruptions, unlike human partners who might snore, move too much, or steal the blanket. I think that literally every single person is gonna agree when I say this. Who is doing these studies? If you haven't heard about the recent crazy space news that's been going around, NASA is now officially planning to land humans on Mars by the year 2030. I think that the most shocking thing about that story is how soon, like hello, 5 years. NASA is actually saying that they're actively preparing to send humans back to the moon and build a lasting presence there. So not only are they shooting to get to Mars, but they're also trying to get actual life living on the moon. They're saying that the upcoming lunar missions specifically are going to lay the foundation for future crewed missions to Mars. Elon Musk, where are you at? Elon Musk, you better get there before NASA does. If you haven't heard about this yet, everybody knows what a total solar eclipse are, and if you haven't seen one yet, you absolutely need to make sure that you do watch one. But if you haven't yet, on August the 2nd of 2027, the world is going to go dark for over 6 minutes in a row. And obviously, just like every other crazy space event, they are claiming that you will not be able to see this sight again for another 100 years. Now that is actually true. Even though these total solar eclipses happen all the time around the world, they're usually right in the middle of the ocean, and I don't know if you realize, but people don't live there. So anyways, on August the 2nd in 2027, this rare total solar eclipse is going to plunge parts of Southern Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East into darkness for up to 6 minutes and 23 seconds. Excuse me. This is the truth behind the space jellyfish phenomenon as China takes a giant leap forward in space race. Whoa. So basically, a bunch of people around the planet have been seeing these really scary looking lights in the sky, and it quite literally looks like a actual jellyfish is flying right above them. Now these photos go viral all over social media whenever it happens because it obviously looks like either a jellyfish or maybe aliens. This is actually caused by a really rare phenomenon, and it could either happen early in the morning or late in the evening whenever the sun is setting, and it's where the sun is specifically hitting this cloud of smoke from a rocket launch. So the crazy jellyfish looking UFO lights that you're seeing in the sky in these photos is actually just the plume from a rocket whenever the sun is hitting it just perfectly. If you're somebody that likes to watch movies, the first official poster for the new Avatar Fire and Ash movie was released online this week. On another topic of something being released online, have you guys seen that viral photo of that cat? It's being dubbed the sad cat, and it literally went everywhere. This is what it looks like. Did you know that ever since that photo went viral from that clinic, somebody actually adopted the cat, and this is what it looks like now? Hello. He looks happy. I know everybody obviously loves to hear about these. The FBI has now issued another severe warning for a red flag phone scam that's now sweeping through nearly all US states. Basically, what's happening is with these new hackers is they're calling you and they're even cloning the voices, cloning the names, and cloning the phone numbers of actual FBI agents to try to scare you. The whole motive behind doing this is these scammers are now realizing that people are not falling for the tricks anymore, so now they're trying to clone literal FBI agents so you believe them now. So basically, they're just cloning FBI agents from, again, their name, number, and voice, and they're trying to demand you to send them money as soon as possible or else you're gonna be arrested. A lot of people look at stuff like this and they think that it's stupid because it's incredibly easy for some people to avoid scams, but you would be surprised if you were to ever find out how many people across the planet fall for this stuff. If you ever get any calls from people asking for money or asking for literally any of your information, just don't do it. Scientists are now also revealing the most likely way that the universe will end and the exact date that it will happen. Okay. So these scientists actually conducted an entire study on this topic, and what they came to is in about 33 billion years, again, this is just a theory, but in 33 billion years, a thing could happen that's called the Big Crunch, and it would be the exact opposite of what we all know as the Big Bang. And the Big Crunch would basically be this Uno reverse card event where the entire universe would snap back into a singularity. Hello, that's crazy. The world's first ever known dog and fox hybrid was just officially discovered in Brazil. I don't know if the video's not already crazy enough or what we're doing at this point, but that's crazy. NASA is also now officially working on a new plane that would be able to fly from New York City all the way across the world to London in just 90 minutes. So they're saying that NASA is now working on this passenger jet concept that could make the trip from New York to London in just 90 minutes. They're saying that this plane would be based off of tech that would allow the plane to travel at over 4,000 miles per hour using supersonic speeds without creating disruptive sonic booms. I guess the only thing that I'm taking away from this information is I thank you, NASA, for not creating those disruptive sonic booms, because I don't know what I would do and that sounds terrifying. I don't even know what that means. There's a new study that's now showing that if you're somebody that uses ChatGPT, which a lot of us do, it can actually make you less smart over time and harm your critical thinking. So this recent MIT study has now found that using AI tools like ChatGPT to write can lead to reduced brain activity. Let's get into that. So they're saying that with this study, you're obviously able to get a lot more done while using AI. You can write essays, you can have it do your math, you can literally have it do anything for you in basically a split second. But that's obviously a really big problem that we're able to do things so quickly, and that's why they done this study. So they found in the study that users engaged less mentally, particularly in areas linked to focus and memory, and this is pertaining to people who use the AI. They're saying that over time, this might make your thinking feel more passive and less creative. Obviously, AI is new. We don't know what the future could be. We don't know how this affects us in the long term. But I think it is pretty clear that if you're using AI for everything throughout your day, you're not really using that much brain meat. This video went completely viral all over Instagram this week. This photographer just captured the largest manta ray migration, and it looks incredible. A lot of the people were in the comments on Instagram claiming that this video looks like AI and they don't know what to believe anymore. But yeah, I mean, that is pretty much where we are right now. But to give you the facts about this video is completely 100% real. This photographer captured this in the middle of the ocean. It looks like a set of Moana, and it is not AI generated. This new research is now showing that your room should be at a 65-degree Fahrenheit temperature whenever you're going to sleep at night. I guess I didn't realize how much of the population would not agree with this, because I'm somebody that sweats at night. So 65 degrees sounds pretty comforting to me. According to sleep experts and researchers from the National Sleep Foundation, which, hello, if you've never heard of that before, now you have, the optimal bedroom temperature to sleep is around 65 degrees Fahrenheit because your core body temperature naturally drops as you prepare for sleep, and if you keep your room that cool, it helps trigger and maintain that drop. I'm out of breath after that sentence. If you haven't heard about this, this is absolutely crazy, so go ahead and get ready. This Italian artist just sold an invisible sculpture for $18,000. His official quote when selling this sculpture is, "You don't see it, but it exists. It's made of air and spirit." Hello? Obviously, the sculpture doesn't exist, so we can't really talk about it. It's just air. But the buyer who bought the $18,000 sculpture was actually given a certificate of authenticity, so I guess he did get something. This is my first time on YouTube doing a weekly news roundup like this, so let me know your pointers, if I could talk more, if I could talk less, what you like, what you don't like. I actually film these daily news roundups every single day on every single social media platform besides YouTube, so make sure you go check those out. Hopefully I can find a rhythm with this and start doing this every single Friday for you, so let me know, subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you think. And I guess I'm gonna cut it off, keep this really short, straight to the point. Thank you for being here, thank you for listening, and what was the craziest news of the day?